Wealth is conceived in silence before it is counted in coins. Thought molds substance, belief instructs opportunity, calm expectancy invites form. The poor chase money as labor, the rich align with it as consciousness. When your inner world breathes sufficiency, outer channels appear as if by design. Train perception to dwell and increase, and action becomes elegant, precise, inevitable. For money first arrives as a mood, a mental climate, a chosen lens that soon becomes a mirror of your relationship with yourself. Money enlarges what you already contain. If you harbor doubt, it echoes scarcity. If you cultivate confidence, it returns in kind. Wealth cannot secure the self you refuse to honor. Study your emotions around receiving, and you will discover your financial ceiling. Reorder the inner house, and the outer house rearranges. When you become trustworthy in thought, money trusts your hands. That trust begins with the first discipline. Stop thinking of money as escape, and start thinking of it as expression. Money cannot free a captive mind, only consciousness can. Treat money as proof of purpose, not proof of worth. Ask, what will my wealth express, service, beauty, uplift? When money is a messenger of mission, it flows with less friction. Let your accounts speak your values, and your values will expand your accounts. Expression is expansion, and expansion requires a law, the law of mental equivalence. You cannot house limitation and inhabit abundance. Life pays you in the image you hold most often. Raise the inner picture, and income follows its outline. See yourself as a wise steward, a calm creator, a generous source, and behavior will obey the vision. Thought casts the mold. Experience hardens the cast. Every fortune begins as fidelity to a picture, and that picture becomes every dollar you desire, existing first as a thought form. You do not pull money in, you rise to meet it. Become mentally equal to the amount, the responsibility, the rhythm. Imagination drafts the blueprint. Faith powers the machinery. Action lays the bricks. Feel the receipt before the receipt appears. When mind and nerve accept prosperity as normal, channels open in ordinary places. Then you must remove the inner sabotage. The poverty program must be uninstalled. Inherited beliefs, money corrupts. Riches reject the spiritual, are quiet thieves. Identify them, thank them for attempting protection, and retire them. Install truths that strengthen stewardship, creativity, and service. Poverty thinking is not humility, it is hostility to your gift. Release guilt, and you release supply. In the new space, cultivate the current that multiplies all good. Gratitude is the magnetic field of increase. Gratitude signals completion. It tells life this seed is already fruit. Be grateful for capability, circulation, and the good your wealth will do. Gratitude stabilizes receiving and steadies the hand that holds. Count not just dollars, but doors opened, dignity funded, dreams employed. When thanks becomes your baseline, you'll naturally begin to train the mind to think in terms of value, not survival. Survival spends to feel safe. Value invests to create strength. Ask of every outflow, does this purchase preserve fear or produce value? Think in yield, usefulness, and longevity. Money respects creators of value because value is money's true employer. As you think in value, your state becomes composed, and in composition, money finds refuge. Money responds to emotional stability. Capital is timid around chaos and bold around clarity. Anxiety is expensive, composure is compounding. Set your cadence, clear goals, tidy ledgers, honest timelines, quiet confidence. Money prefers a steady drum, not a frantic bell. When your inner market is calm, outer markets open. That calm is installed in your deepest layer because the subconscious is the banker of your beliefs. Whatever you repeatedly deposit, lack or plenty, accrues with interest. Speak prosperity as instruction, not plea. Visualize with feeling until the body nods yes. Your subconscious funds what you rehearse. Audit your inner statements daily. Underwrite your future with conviction, then assign money a purpose, for the law of definite purpose governs all prosperity. Money follows clarity, the way rivers find the sea. Decide exact amounts, timelines, and missions. Write what the money will upgrade, systems, people, outcomes. Purpose magnetizes channels, prevents drift, and quickens decisions. When why is clear, how grows visible. With purpose secured, relax your grip because emotional indifference to money invites abundance. Neediness knots the flow. Calm expectancy loosens it. Care deeply about purpose, lightly about process. Hold your aim like an arrow and your mood like a lake. Money visits where it is welcomed, not worshipped. Detach from timing, remain attached to truth. In that poise, you can assign the servant his duty. You must give money a role, or it will become your master. Unemployed money grows unruly. Fearful money grows tyrannical. Give every dollar a job. Protect, produce, uplift. Name your accounts by mission. When currency carries assignment, it marches in formation and returns with allies. Order reveals character, and character invokes return through the law of compensation that never fails. You are paid by the value you render, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, then materially. Increase usefulness and your income will report the increase. Expand capacity, refine delivery, beautify experience. Compensation is not charity, it is equilibrium. Serve richly and receipts will verify. Yet remember, money does not change you, it does not corrupt character, it amplifies it. Wealth is a microphone for your motives. If you are grounded, it magnifies goodness. If you are scattered, it magnifies confusion. Build the man before the mansion. Let integrity precede income. When character is solvent, fortune is safe. Character diets on thought, and your thoughts become shape. Your mental diet determines your financial weight. Envy, fear, comparison, junk food for the psyche, cause emotional obesity and financial fatigue. Replace them with service, confidence, gratitude. Curate inputs, conversations, media, inner talk. You become what you repeatedly taste. Feed on substance and you'll grow substantial. Such curation forges coherence because the universe rewards mental coherence, not wishful thinking. Focus organizes power. Diffusion wastes it. Define, align, and execute. Hold one frequency long enough and matter arranges. The disciplined gaze commands reality. The wandering eye entertains it. Decide your north. Walk it daily. Rest in assurance. Coherence governs current, and current carries value, for you do not earn money, you exchange energy. Every service is a transmission, every idea a voltage, every promise kept, a charge delivered. Raise the wattage of your presence with reliability, clarity, warmth. People pay to plug into power. Emit value, not vacuum. Offer solutions, not noise. Energy honored becomes surplus, and surplus begins with the simplest habit. The habit of saving is the beginning of mastery. Saving is sovereignty. It declares, I govern appetite. Appetite does not govern me. A reserve buys opportunity, discounts fear, and lengthens vision. Save first, decide second. Small, steady surplus grows silent strength. With surplus, you circulate wisely, because money is attracted to those who respect its flow. Hoarding stagnates. Waste depletes. Wise circulation expands. Let money move through value-creating channels. Education, tools, teams, systems. Track in, track out. Bless the round trip. Flow with intention, and money returns with companions. In that rhythm, chasing ends, because a mind trained for wealth does not chase, it commands. Command is quiet certainty, not loud urgency. It speaks in decisions, calendars, and consistent delivery. Opportunity recognizes its own reflection and comes closer. Command arises from inner congruence. Belief, feeling, action as one. Congruence must be embodied, because the mental blueprint of wealth must be felt, not only rehearsed. Intellect declares, emotion authorizes. Until the body relaxes into abundance, the bank remains cautious. Rehearse the scene until your breath, posture, and tone harmonize with prosperity. When success feels familiar, gates open. Ease signals readiness. Ease deepens when you release strain, for the secret of multiplication lies in mental relaxation. Tension kinks the hose. Relaxation restores the stream. Work with focus, rest with trust. Alternate precision and surrender. Anxiety taxes creativity. Calm compounds it. Sit still. See clearly. Move cleanly. In stillness, time obeys. Rushing ends, because the voice of poverty is urgency. Urgency shouts, "Not enough, hurry," and trains the nervous system to distrust life. Replace rush with rhythm. Patience is not delay. It is dignity. Move quickly when aligned, never frantically when afraid. Quiet timing is a wealth skill. Quiet the shame within too, for financial expansion begins with the elimination of guilt. If you secretly believe prospering is wrong, your mind will sabotage to stay good. Trade guilt for responsibility. Wealth in clean hands heals families, funds futures, frees genius. Write a code for your riches and let it guide your choices. In clean emotion, attraction is simple, because the law of harmony governs attraction. Resentment repels. Celebration attracts. Honor another's success, and you tune to its station. Jealousy declares, "I am different from good." Gratitude declares, "I am next for good." Harmonize with what you desire, and it will harmonize with you. Harmony needs direction, and money is energy, and energy seeks direction. Give each stream a path. Protect, grow, give, enjoy. Plans are spiritual plumbing without pipes, pressure bursts, or leaks. Direct with clarity, review with candor, adjust with courage. Energy respects aim and multiplies under governance. Aim begins in thought, where thought is capital, emotion is interest. You invest ideas. Enthusiasm compounds them. Cold plans limp, warm conviction runs. Fall in love with the value you deliver, and profit will court you. Protect your excitement from cynicism. Feed it with results, stories, and service. Expansion requires offense, not mere defense, and the rich thinker operates from expansion, not defense. Defensive minds conserve crumbs. Creative minds bake bread. Choose projects that enlarge capability, partnerships that widen reach, systems that free time. Produce, don't merely preserve. Growth is nature's native language, and money loves native speakers. When setbacks come, treat them as tuition, because every obstacle is a bill for a higher education. Adversity invoices your growth account. Pay with attention, extract the lesson, and your earning power rises. Ask what process failed, what belief cracked. Upgrade the system, upgrade the self, and the market upgrades its offer. Loss becomes leverage when the learner remains. Learning restores respect, and wealth is a byproduct of self-respect. A man who honors himself keeps promises to himself. Savings, studying, serving. Self-respect attracts respect. Respect attracts reward. Speak to yourself as you would to a capable partner. When you believe in your stewardship, capital believes too. Self-respect sustained over seasons becomes precision. Prosperity is precision of thought, sustained over time. A single day of zeal changes mood. Sustained precision changes reality. Write the aim, schedule the steps, measure the progress, refine the method, repeat until your results repeat. Compounded clarity becomes culture. Culture requires clean space to breathe, because money requires an environment of order. Cluttered desks, chaotic calendars, and tangled priorities repel prosperity. Create clear surfaces, clear folders, clear days. Simplicity is speed. Order is compassion for your future self. When the stage is tidy, confidence enters, and self-confidence is the currency that buys every other form of wealth. Before the world invests, you must invest belief. Confidence signs the first term sheet of destiny. It speaks calmly in negotiations, kindly in leadership, firmly in execution. Confidence is quiet collateral. Build it through keeping small promises daily. As you grow, so does the flow, because to receive more, you must become more. Income tracks impact. Impact tracks insight. Insight tracks inner work. Expand skills, deepen character, widen empathy. Become a larger vessel, and larger supply will not spill. Becoming more is generous to everyone involved. Giving then becomes natural, and the invisible law of circulation takes over. What you give with joy returns multiplied. What you give with fear returns empty. Give value, not virtue signaling. Give cleanly, not resentfully. Circulation keeps channels open and hearts warm. Stagnation clouds vision. Generosity clears it. Think long horizon, for the mind must be trained to think in terms of legacy, not luxury. Luxury consumes. Legacy continues. Ask what remains when I am quiet. What prospers when I am gone? Build assets that outlive appetite. People, principles, platforms. Legacy thinking dignifies dollars and disciplines desires. In such quiet dignity, you discover the power of silence in wealth creation. Sit still long enough to hear the plan beneath the noise. Hold the vision longer than doubt can breathe. In silence, strategy arrives whole. Next steps become obvious, and timing grows kind. Stillness is not idleness. It is the workshop of accuracy. Accuracy commands energy, and when you master money, you master energy. Money is condensed intention. Direct it and you direct momentum. Align it and you align lives. Measure it and you measure meaning. Mastery is ethical when guided by purpose, powerful when guided by clarity, peaceful when guided by trust. This mastery makes life malleable. So when the mind is trained for money, life aligns in obedience. Money becomes the tool that trains circumstances in your favor. Opportunities pattern to your pace. People attune to your promise. Events mirror your steadiness. You no longer beg for openings, you build them. Thought and purpose unite, and reality yields. This is the summit and the starting line, the creed and the craft. You are not here to chase money. You are here to train consciousness so money serves mission and life bends to your design. Make the mind your masterwork. When consciousness governs, money becomes a faithful disciple and life a willing partner. Train your mind for money, and money will train life in your favor.